James Bay. The EP is called Let It Go. There's a guitar tucked away in a cupboard in the sort of spare room in our house, and I'd sort of known it was there as a little kid, and then when I was 11, I finally said I want to put it down, and because it's about that age that you sort of take this new interest, this sort of bigger interest in music. You know, my parents played some cool music around the house. Not all the time, but when I was younger, you know, and about 11 years old is when it seemed, me and a lot of my friends, and you know, you talk to kids now, and it's about that age that people go, hold on a minute, you know, I really want to, can we go back? Can I just dig in a little deeper on that? So I was, you know, in terms of listening, I was doing that, and it's just so cool, isn't it? You know, it's a guitar, and it's kind of, I pulled it out, I had 5 instead of 6 very rusty strings on it, which we had to go and get changed, and it was guitar, so that was my first instrument. That's when I started to play, and my first approach was to go out, and I bought a CD-ROM. Teach yourself to play the guitar. I didn't know how to use computers. I pushed it in, and it was just very dull, kind of fingering exercises. So that was my first attempt, and then I kind of threw that away, and I tried some lessons for a minute, and quickly it was just putting records on and playing by ear that was the way for me. So. By the end of the first year, I was doing that, so that's how it came together. We started in Seattle, which was a first. I hadn't been there before, and we went there for all the rain and all the gloom, because that's what they do there. And it was the sunniest day. It was the sunniest days. We were there for 3 or 4 days, and it was glorious. So we started out there, and then we moved down through Portland, San Francisco, LA, came across to Nashville, where I saw you at Bonnaroo, which was amazing. Bonnaroo, that was kind of a dream come true. And I got offered that show barely 24 hours before. So we went in, me and my tour manager flew from LA, got up at 3, flew at 6, got to the stage with 15 minutes to spare, pouring sweat, you know, and it was an amazing day at Bonnaroo. That was incredible. I didn't really know. I got to this stage and there was a little bean bags out, and everybody was kind of asleep. And when I say everybody, I mean 25 people. And then by the end of it, there was 350 or so. And all these people wanted to say hi afterwards, which was great. So it turned out to be this incredible day. And then, yeah, here we are over in New York. So rampaging along. Still got Florida to do, and then back up, we're going up, we're coming back to New York. So, and then we go home. So it's all good. I will always do the solo thing, because it's where I started, for one. It's where I know I'll always be comfortable there, but I'm really excited it's a transition period, because I'm really excited to try new stuff. And so I've written more in the past sort of 10 months to a year. I've been writing more with a band in mind. I've been writing more on that electric guitar. Some stuff just suits it better. And from sort of, I suppose there's lots of examples, but from sort of Jeff Buckley to there's loads of examples of guys who stood up there with an electric guitar on their own, and I've always been drawn to that as much as I have the acoustic guitar. So it's just another sound that I really love, and it suits, like I said, it suits some songs better than others, and I like that, because I did play solo acoustic solely for a while, and it's really cool to be able to go to, I just need a little amp, so I just go to Bonnaroo, and I can plug in as well as play acoustic. So. My good friends, my friends the Wild Feathers. I hadn't seen them for a little while, but I actually met them last year because we toured together around America, and it was my first American tour, proper. And yeah, they're very cool guys. I think I kind of, if I may, I think I made friends for life. So they're good folks, and so they joined me. I was doing this busking backstage thing at Bonnaroo, and I saw them just beforehand. We'd seen each other a few days before, our paths crossed, but we didn't quite get to sort of sit down and say hi. So when I saw them the next day, on the day of the busking, I said, are we up for maybe just doing, when we were doing the tour together, every now and again they'd ask me to come up and play a few songs, the odd song with them. We did The Wait by the band. So that was loads of fun. It's cool. The EP is split between me making my first attempts at producing stuff myself in London. So a couple of the songs on there are just pretty much all me, and some of them are from Nashville. And it was the EPs, even basically, I'm writing all the time. I just got to get some new music out to people. So I kind of that's always the urge behind an EP. It seems, is to kind of I play live a lot, and before my first EP, I was playing live all the time, and I was playing solo, and it was open mics, and it was very kind of raw and immediate. And I just wanted to get that down, so I recorded it in about maybe 2 days, if that. And it's very sort of solo and acoustic, and I put it out. And then I released a few demos like 8 months later, just online, because it was new songs and I wanted to put them out. And then and some of these are new songs as well that people hadn't heard before. And it was just about the urge to get some new stuff out to people, because the response online and the sort of fan base that I'm growing is they're good people. With a band, things which I started doing recently, but I'm not doing all the time at the moment. The band's a very new thing, and it's a bit more we're rocking out. And it's still I hold on to the sort of personal aspect of the whole performance with the band, but solo. It's at times I guess the experience is kind of delicate, and it's a very sort of emotional thing, because it's so raw when you're on your own. It's just you and a song and but that's it. There's not much there, so it's a pretty personal experience. Like songwriting is for me. So it'll be me and 2 guitars and trying to show you where things are at and where they're headed. Hi, I'm James Bay. Look for me on Last.fm.